So shout out to the YouTube channel Gaming Trading Cards, because this is such a niche category. And just from the videos that I've done on this in the past and just kind of looking around at the market and my understanding with how I've been collecting and going after this particular category after a while, it feels super under the radar. So today I'm going to show you a few other kind of game trading cards I have in this binder, but mainly this video game trading card set called the Gal's Island trading cards. This is a really hard series to find any information on. If you just kind of do some Google searches online, there's one sealed box of this that someone wants over $700 up on eBay right now. And I looked over at Yahoo Japan auctions. I didn't see any of these cards. There are a few of the base set cards listed on eBay, and that's it. But, over here I showed you at the beginning of this video, these are some old school Fire Emblem cards. These are not the Fire Emblem Cypher, the Japanese Cypher Zero, I think it's called, the newest Fire Emblem cards. There is an old Fire Emblem as well. And there's some nice foils here. I opened up, these are some of these are pack fresh cards. Some of these are hollows that I bought online and put them in this binder. But there are a lot of really cool Fire Emblem cards that are vintage and old. And these are really neat because they had this grid-based pattern. You can see here, they show you how each particular unit can, I guess, move, or maybe the directions that they can attack on the board. And you even have some of those grid patterns on some of the weapons as well. These are really beautiful cards, and it's just got a really kind of old school vintage vibe, this watercolor, almost like a Sugimori Pokemon kind of art style to it. And they're really, really cool. And I don't know why, video game trading cards, with this case, we have a trading card game, but even just collector cards are not sort of more of a thing. You just saw my video yesterday when I was going over my Sega Freaks collection. Again, that is just feels super under the radar for how cool those cards are to me. And it's crazy to see like graded video games going for so much money and so much interest in those, but then so little interest, it seems, comparatively with video game trading cards. You got trading cards themselves are popular with Magic the Gathering and Pokemon. You got video games, sealed, graded video games, used, video games that people collect. But it just feels, it's so odd to me how, again, seemingly underfollowed or even just underappreciated I think some of these video game trading cards are. So I'm going to show you my complete set of the Gal's Island trading cards today. As you know, I've starting yesterday, I'm kind of getting back into showing off some of my binders because I'm kind of reorganizing, getting stuff put away here in my office, and just coming across some of this stuff again. I figure why not make a video out of it and tell you a little bit about it. So the Gal's Island is it was a magazine, and then later it was like a video game for a mobile game. It's basically a collection of Capcom and also Namco female characters from various games. So you can see here, this is starting with the very beginning of the base set. We've got Chun-Li as card number 1 here. This is what the backs look like. I need to eventually get these in a binder where you can also see the backs without having to take them out. I just have them in these standard trading card binders for now, where you can only see the front. But they go in card order, and you can see here we got some Street Fighter characters, we got Darkstalkers or Vampire Hunters. And some of these cards or characters I don't recognize. I guess they're from the Namco games, because from my understanding, and again, from what I've been looking at, it doesn't look like there's a ton of information on Gal's Island. As a trading card set, there's a VHS called Gal's Island that I saw that has gameplay footage from different female characters from different Namco games. And so like here's June. So I don't know what this character is. Let's take a look at this one here. Here's Ruby, it says Capcom under it, as this one also says Capcom. But I believe these are not all Capcom characters. This is Star Gladiator 2. And I like the backs of these too because they have a little bit of different art than you can see in the front. So I think ultimately, eventually I want to move these to a binder where, again, you can see the back as well. Devilot, Kokori, Sikyo. Like, who is this? Let's see. I guess it's because it's in Japanese here. Oh, here we go. So we got Sengoku Ace, Episode 2. Since I haven't heard of that. And we've got Sikyo is the company here instead of Capcom. But all of these cards are by Shinseisha, and these are from 1999. So the Sikyo, I guess, company or game that the series is from, is 1996. Let's look at this one, see how that works. So we've got illustration, I guess the materials, I just can't read, I can't read Japanese there. So we've got Capcom and then Shinji. So we've got the company or the publisher, I guess. And then we've got the 1999, which is the publication date for these trading cards, is my assumption. So down here we have, some other ones I don't recognize. So from Taito Corporation, 1997. Oh, Psychic Force. That's really cool. So I recognize that emblem there. Yeah, Psychic Force 2012. And that looked like a cool game, but I know it got bad reviews. Like it wasn't really super well executed. So these are Psychic Force characters. We got King of Fighters and SNK. So here's where we get into like SNK and Namco. Is Namco and SNK, were they similar? I think they're two different companies. We've got SNK, character going from 1994. And then again, the cards compiling all these female characters together under something called Gal's Island. There are magazines called Gal's Island. There's like a fan magazine, and there's a magazine called Gamest, Gamest, that then has like Gal's Island, like illustrations, like sections of illustrations, or I guess fan art, or maybe official art of various characters from these different fighting games that are under this Gal's Island umbrella. So it's really kind of interesting. Here's another one of those SNK Samurai Spirits. A lot of different games represented. Of course, popular female protagonists, just cool characters. So this is from Sunsoft, whatever game that is representing. So I'm not familiar with all of them. We got Soul Calibur there, kind of the bigger name ones, and I guess some of these are more obscure, a little bit lesser known, a little bit more niche. Here's Cotton 2, something Cotton 2, Cotton 2 Maker Official. I kind of heard of that, but not really. I'm not too familiar with that one. Again, the Soul Calibur for Virtual Fighter. I don't know what this is. So here's some Namco ones. These are not SNK. Namco and SNK are different. Okay, so we've got Namco Limited, Artemis, Phelios. I'm not familiar with that game, but just a lot of characters from that era, the late 1990s, put together in this collection. It's a really nice collection, and again, it's just one that you don't see all that often. There's a few singles online right now on eBay. There's none that I saw currently on Yahoo Japan auctions. And we got Dead or Alive. But yeah, it's one of those where the cards seem kind of hard to come by. But in a lot of these things too, maybe the trading cards are so obscure that maybe there's just not a lot of market activity and thus interest. And maybe, people aren't just really listing these online. And, there's a really good variety of games. So I don't know what this Maker Official is. That like Princess Maker or something? I've heard of Princess, like a Princess Maker, not RPG Maker. There's actually like a Princess Maker, Super Part 3, just a lot of stuff. Let's see what some of these other ones are. So like this one, Momo and Amy Video System. And it's just in Japanese. So it's from company's Video System. And again, I don't, I can't read Japanese. So I just, those are characters that I don't recognize. But it's a really cool collection. I do really enjoy it. And something to look out for. It's not a huge set. It's interesting that there is a whole booster box you can get of this. I would assume you could get, you would get all the cards in that box. Because look, there's 81 cards here in the entire set. And then this is maybe what would sell the boxes. You have 9 special cards, and these are really hard to come by. I don't even remember. I have to go look through my purchase records over on Joss. I would guess that I bought these all together. Someone had them listed, all 9, and I just purchased them. I don't know how much I paid for them. I'll try to go check that out, and I'll flash it on the screen if I can get that information. But here we have 9 special cards you can get. Of course, you got Sakura here. So it says special card. There are 9 of these. So they finish out the set all the way to 91. So really cool set. If you can ever get this all together, I think that would be definitely an accomplishment, just seeing the lack of these cards on the market and not seeing them come up that often. I think I just kind of got lucky. I was doing a lot of searches. I can tell you from 2020 on, I was doing a ton of figuring out keyword searches, like what are Street Fighter trading cards out there, and what are Sega different kinds of cards. And I discovered the Sega Freaks. I ended up getting a pretty much complete set of that, except for the super rare cards in there, just a few of them that I'm missing. But and at some point I came across this set and got the base set. I believe someone, I wonder if it was the entire collection I bought. I might have been the 9 cards plus someone had the base set and I put them together. Psychic Force with that one right there. Psychic Force is really cool. I wish someone would bring that back and like actually just make it a good game, because I like the concept of that, where you just have people with different psychic powers that sets them apart from one another. Sonic Wings. All right, so there's another game. This is also by Video System. We saw that company earlier. This is Sonic Wings, character from that. And then you've got Morgan here, of course. This person's from Samurai Warrior, Samurai Showdown. And then who is this? We looked at this person already, but I can turn around. Oh yeah, we didn't see something P4. So that is the Gamus Island cards. Let's see if there's anything else in this binder that is worth showing off as well. You know, just game trading cards. We got these Dead or Alive cards, the Hobbit trading cards. I like when video games do this, when they come up with some kind of interesting trading card that they can bundle in their games. You know, I guess that doesn't really help sell games. People don't really care about that stuff too much anymore. Maybe there's an impression that they're going to be too overproduced, kind of gimmicky or whatever. But check out these old Fire Emblem cards too. These are just so cool. A little bit different from the Fire Emblem Cypher Zero. Those are the more recent ones that I think probably have a little more familiarity, but there is these old ones to maybe look out for as well. All right, let me know what you think about these Gals Island trading cards and just video game trading cards in general, and I'll see y'all in another video very soon. Thank you.